DJ Charlie Chase. Puerto Rican legend. What can I tell you, hip hop?
Start right there. You know, you've obviously been a pioneer of the game. You've been here for a long time, seen a lot, done a lot, seen a lot of changes. How does it feel, you know, to still be in the culture, to see it thriving this way here at ODS, and you know, especially a place like Tampa?
It feels great, man. I mean, you know, to see something that I've been a part of creating, you know, flourish the way it has. But I think I like it more here than most places because this is still one of the places that still keeps it real with hip hop. You know, it's like, you know, they're not concerned about sales, they're not concerned about who's got a #1 record, they're not concerned about their videos, they're just concerned about playing real hip hop, you know, and that's what I really like. I embrace that the most, you know.
That's what's up.
Not that there's anything wrong with new hip hop, but I just like it when it's really kept real, when there isn't so much fluff and makeup and all kind of stuff involved, you know, a lot of phony stuff.
Now, I also read you guys were one of the first groups to get a deal with the CBS Records.
Yeah, CBS, yeah.
How was that, you know, as far as doing something like that back then, you know, it had to be probably something.
If you would have asked me that question back then, I would have said it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to us. But, you know, at that time, it was a big deal for us. There was no other group that was signed to a label at that time, a label of that magnitude. But the problem that we had was that CBS at the time, basically, rap music was extremely young. It was still in its field stage, and the companies didn't know how to market it, how to promote it. They knew nothing of it. So we were basically their guinea pig. You know, they learned from making all their mistakes with us, and then after they got it down right, instead of doing the right thing by us, they shelved us and moved on to the next act. So, you know, we were basically that far back in the game.
Right. Now, as far as you know, the way production was back then to now, how do you feel as far as the transition of just the way music sounds in general? You know, obviously it's not the same, but
no, it's not as polished as it used to be, and that's not a bad thing. You know, I mean, nowadays the sound, you know, what people are looking for is that natural, dirty, you know, home-produced sound. You know, like back in the days, like, you know, I'd sit in the studio, block off 3 or 4 days studio time, 24-hour blocks, you know, and work on one song for 4 days, you know. But that was because we have live musicians. There was, and at the time I was learning from really big producers, and that was the way they did it. So I learned from them, you know, and that's now today everything's in-house. You know, you do it on a computer. You know, there's really it's nothing really complicated to it, man. And I like what's coming out of most producers' tracks. They just got to get away from sounding like everybody else. So that's the only thing.
Creativity is key.
Yeah, it's everybody just wants to sound like everybody else. Nobody wants to. You know, and you have to kind of blame the industry for that because that's what they're asking for. But damn, somebody's got to step out and say, you know what, I don't want to sound like this. I want to move on and do something else. And the other thing is that people say I'm different, and when you listen to their tracks, they're not.
Exactly the same.
So, you know, it's I got mixed feelings about it, but for the most part, as far as the musical tracks, they're on point. But now you don't talk to me about the MCing part, because there's a lot to be said about that, man.
Well, luckily we're for producers, MCs. He's coming after y'all next.
Nah, not me.
But now you're originally from New York, right? Now, did you come from there straight to Tampa? Or?
Yeah, I came straight from the Bronx here to Tampa, going on 9 years now.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't know that. You know, I was here maybe 3 or 4 years before people even knew that I was living down here.
What made you come here?
Huh?
What made you come down?
Family, you know, I got kids and everything. We bought a home down here, moved out here.
Yeah, you got to hustle and bustle, chill out.
Yeah, I got tired of shoveling snow, as you can see from what's going on up north right now. So yeah, I got tired of doing that.
Yeah, my whole family's from Brooklyn, so I know the deal.
And I needed a change. I was kind of tired of, you know, New York. I wanted to change, some fresh air, something different for my kids.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, as far as being here, ODS Tampa, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel this is gonna affect what's going on around here? Like,
I've been saying this. I've been saying this for the longest, man. Tampa is right now, today, as we speak, I feel that we are on the verge. We're right at the cusp, man. We are right at the borderline of just something exploding out here, because there's just so much happening out here, man. There's a lot of talent coming out of here. I mean, you even see it coming out like on American Idol, and all these people coming out of Tampa, you know, you're hearing it. But there's going to be a big hip hop explosion coming out of here, man. We're gonna land on that map, but we're gonna land hard, man. I really feel it, man. I really do.
That's what's up. But we're here, Eddie Deuce, Producers Exchange, DJ Charlie Chase. What can I say, man? One of the reasons why we out here. Peace.